So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So, time for another treasure map Sugofest and another treasure map legend. I actually thought that they might skip a treasure map legend or a PvP legend this month, but we got both. So we'll see what happens with Kisna. I thought it would be perfect to get a Christmas Kisna legend, but maybe we don't get it. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway. So, week 3 Jinbe, not totally unexpected considering the anime events and the fact that this treasure map is against Who's Who. But yeah, 3 parts, Blackbeard and Croc on part 3, Kiko Aiso and Koala on part 2, and Hina and Bonclay on part 1. And yeah, I'll be pulling on part 1 since I don't have Hina. Sadly, Bonclay is also on this part. And he's the only treasure map legend that have a fully level limit break. He's just been stalking me. So yeah. Anyway, Jinbe, Sanji carrying Sorrow, and Baby Chopper. I don't remember his name right now. We'll see what it is. I guess we start with the rare recruits. Sanji, Fighter, Striker. Striker Sanji. Can't really remember many of those. Like the duo with Nami, Striker, but otherwise, don't feel like that's super common. Captain is usual, in case that matters. Probably not. In reality, only just use the Trash Map Legend as for Captain. Special, 80 times character attack and side damage to one enemy. Reduces special bind by 5 turns. If HP is full when special is launched, you get a 2 times ore boost and color affinity for side characters for 1 turn. If it's not full, it's 1.75 times instead. And if one character has bind status when special is launched, you also get a 2 times attack boost for 1 turn. So yeah, not the most utility, even if removing special bind is nice. But I actually kind of like specials like this when you just can get a lot of buffs from one special. We also don't have a ton of specials like this. It's somewhat similar to like the Stampede Sanji, who could do tons of different buffs. But that was for 2 turns. I would have liked if this was 2 turns as well. Just gives more options, but yeah, not bad, but not super exciting either. Sanji actually has hunger as well. And support, Psy Fighter. And yeah, if you're inflicted with bind or paralysis, you get the 1.75 times ore boost for Psy characters. Great support. Like, you can't proc it whenever you want, but you also can get a big buff without using a special, and that's pretty rare. Not many supports that does that. I can't really remember anyone off the top of my head. So we take those. Very happy with that support. And there's a lot of Psy Fighter units. And yeah, here is his special bind, so the world is as it should be. Baby Graham Shopper, that's his name. Being carried here. Also has a usable captain ability. Special. First is a cerebral slasher. So a slasher shopper, that's also highly unusual. Don't really see the slasher here, but yeah. Cerebral slasher. Reduces crew special charge time by 1 turn. Reduces death up by 5 turns. Reduces paralysis attack down by 5 turns. If HP is full and special is launched, you get a +1 chain boost for 1 turn. Otherwise, a 30% HP heal. Yeah. That's a bit troublesome. Like, you have to be full HP to get the chain boost. And it can be sometimes hard to 100% guarantee that if you take into account swaps and using superclass, stuff like that. So would have liked a little bit more leeway personally, unless you want to heal, but usually you don't go out of your way to get the heal. So But yeah, pretty decent utility. Nothing out of this world. But I guess that so many utility plus reducing CD is not that usual, so might see some play, who knows. Also a Sanger, which is a nice bonus. Resist special reverse, and you get extra healing, so yeah, that's fine. Support, size or reroll. A support character uses a special to boost attack or slot. You boost the chain multiplier by plus 0.4 for 1 turn, and heals crew by 2000 HP. So a plus 0.4 chain boost for free and a heal. That's pretty nice. Slash reroll, so there's quite a few of them. It's the combo you need for local sea monster, for example, but sadly don't see this shopper or this support doing anything revolutionary for that content. Moving on to Jinbe, Fighter Powerhouse. Oh, we also have ship bind, that's pretty rare. I'm not too unhappy about that. It's always nice to have some ship bind options. So he's a superclass fighter actually. So that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, we have 2 superclass fighters, or I guess 3 with cat and dog, but they are a bit special, I feel, so hard to compare. But yeah, the other superclass fighter is Marco, so we have 2 Psy superclass fighters, but yeah, it is what it is. The captain is my favorite part of this unit. Psy fighter empowers characters' attack gets boosted to 5.4 times when HP is full. And yes, we talked about this can be troublesome since it's so easy to lose HP, but as you'll see with the full kit, this is actually mitigated. I think I said that right. Booster HP by 1.4 times, reduces damage taken by 10%, and now's the big part. Applies nullified damage to crew at start of the quest. You nullify the damage until crew is attacked 1 time. If the effect is stacked, you add 1 number to that. This basically means if you run double Jinbe, you can take 2 hits without taking any damage. And this is honestly really cool. There's some content that just spams giving damage. And for those type of content, like this Jinbe won't be super useful. But most of the time, the damage you take is like 1 set point that they went. And usually it's a big thing you have to stop. So with Jinbe, you can just completely ignore that. Like you have a free damage notification whenever you want. It's actually super cool and super unique, and just what this unit needed really. If we move on to the special, he removes all damage reduction, and these 120 times character attack in non-type damage to all enemies. That's some pretty good damage actually, ignoring defensive effects as well. If HP is full when special is launched, sets the chain multiplier to 3 times and maximum value at 40. Yeah, a 3 times chain boundary, basically. Otherwise, it's a 2.5 times chain boundary, so a bit the big range there. If crew already has locked chain multiplier when special is launched, you get the 2.5 times attack boost for Psy, Fighter, and Powerhouse. And I honestly feel like this is unnecessary. If you take like many other chain boundary legends like Weed to Crocodile or versus Ace or struggling to remember more now. Well, Beckman and Rue, for example. All of them do both chain boundary and some type of boost, like Crocodil's attack boost, Lucky Rue and Beckman, and versus Ace's ore boost. But here, you can only get one or the other. And you can argue that, well, Jinbe also has some utility. But, like, Croc also has utility, reduces CD. And Beckman, Lucky Roo, they have 3 turns of buffs instead, which is a big deal. This is just 1 turn. Like, if this was 3 turns buffs, sure, fine. That works out, but just 1 turn, and let's be honest, pretty minor utility. It's basically just damage reduction. Sure, it removes all of it, but how often do you face more than 5-6 turns of damage reduction? That's not common. It's not a fan of that, but considering the capability, I still think it's a very cool legend, but could have been better overall. I also see that Jinbe has some rocks in his art, and yeah, usually you just see them in the ink. So I don't know, it feels like the rocks are spreading. Anyway, superclass. And Mugi is needed. And of course, there's many Mugis who actually are fighters, so shouldn't be too hard. Reduces all enemies' damage threshold by 3 turns. Heals 20% of crew's maximum HP. Changes crew's type slots to character's own type. And reduces damage taken by 50% for 1 turn. So yeah, Jinbe goes hard with the survivability. Not only do you have the guaranteed damage immunity, you have ways to heal HP and get more damage reduction. Even a full bar of matching orbs. But what's nice with this superclass special is that, like all the things I said that you can take damage from, including using superclass specials, is mitigated here because you actually get a heal when you use the superclass special. So you can maintain the 5.4 times attack boost while also keeping the damage immunities. That's pretty nice, actually. I actually look forward to trying Jinbe, and I can't say that for every new legend release, but new mechanics are new mechanics, and there's a lot of stuff to use where you take forced damage. Jinbe actually has an interesting support. At a glance, it looks like the classic, oh, it's just stats and damage reduction. But what's unique here actually is that it's a rainbow damage reduction. Otherwise, it's usually reduced damage from Psi, Int, Dex, Strength, Quick. But now it's just 3% damage reduction against everything. So that's actually pretty interesting. Shame that it's only HP together with that, but it is what it is. One thing you could also argue is that this is not that great anyway, because most of the time you just need damage from one enemy reduced, and you don't really care about the rest, so yeah. But still, it's something new, so we'll prefer the new, super unique support that does something, but yeah. Could have been worse, so to say. Only buffs HP and make characters type slots and matching slot effects. I actually like that Sailor a lot, so we take those. PvP, let's take a quick look. Rumble ability is not the worst, not the best. Attack up, HP up, but only self-def up. If def was just def up for everybody, he would have been a lot better. And he can increase his attack by taking damage. Special, 29 CT. Targets enemies within large range, horizontal for attack 2.3 times, not the most damage. Targets powerhouse class teammates for def up level 5. Yeah. Kind of funny since V1 Jinbe is pretty common on powerhouse fighter teams. But I'd say that V1 Jinbe with level limit break is actually better in PvP than V3 Jinbe. It's disappointing, but what can you do? And yeah, no special GP burst. But yeah, that's all the new units. Jinbe is pretty unique, and I look forward to trying him. I'll do 5 or 7 multis on part 1. I think that's enough. I'm not going to go out of my way this time. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.